Dear students, warm welcome to YouTube class, English. Now I would like to teach the lesson, the summit. See, the summit is a travelogue written by Edmund Hillary. This is a world famous travelogue written by Edmund Hillary. We can see the world achievement of mountaineering, climbing on the Everest, Mount Everest, 28,000 feet. See, the lesson, the summit. See, already I have told you this lesson is a travelogue written by Edmund Hillary. Edmund Hillary, his full name is Sir Edmund Percival Hillary, born on 1919 July, died on 2008, was a New Zealand mountaineer, explorer and philanthropist. He served in the Royal New Zealand Air Force as a navigator during World War II. Following his ascent of Everest, Hillary devoted himself to assisting the Sherpa people of Nepal through the Himalayan Trust, which he established. High adventure, his works, high adventure, no latitude for error, nothing venture, nothing win, view from the summit, the remarkable memoir by the first person to conquer Everest are some of his world famous works. Okay, travelogue, it's a blending word. Travelogue means travel plus catalog. Okay, see, we can see the lesson in a nutshell. This travelogue is written by the world famous trekker who touched the Mount Everest, Edmund Hillary. This is the description of the thrilling final day adventure on May 29. The dangers and the efforts of presence of mind faced along with tensing from 4:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. are told in detail by Hillary. This essay proves that perseverance, determination and hard work will lead to success. The scene of reaching the Everest at 11:30 a.m. on that day provides pleasure and pride not only to the mountaineers but also to us. The frozen, solid ice cover near the Everest and dangerous fissures on the way have been a great challenge for their courage. The photographic description of the Himalayan scenery around the Everest is fascinating. Fascinating means attracting. At the end of this lesson, the remarks of John Hunt, he is one of the mountaineer trekker who was with Edmund Hillary, who led the expedition, teach a useful lesson for us. There are many Everests to be climbed in our everyday life. Okay, see, adventures, expeditions and explorations are always exciting to people who is encouraged with others, especially when they are real, and if it is the first of its kind, it's even more thrilling. It gives ever thrilling and fascination to the achievers. The only question that comes to one's mind is what makes one to take up such a task that involve high risks in the spirit of formidable adventure and certain qualities which make them achieve such feats. Okay, now we are going to see the lesson. On May 28th, see the hints. 6 men heavily laden 27,900 feet. See, at the first, Sir Edmund Hillary's own words tells how the summit of the Everest was reached. On May 28th, 6 men at Camp 8 on the South Colonel, Edmund Hillary, Tenzing, George Low, Alfred Gregory, and the 2 Sherpas. Sherpas is a people of the tribes. Pemba, their name is Pemba and Ang Neima. But Pemba, one of the Sherpas, was too ill to climb. He is very ill. The others heavily laden. heavily carried the things, climbed that day to a height of 27,900 feet. The Everest, the exact height of the Everest is 27,900 feet. Here, Hillary and Tenzing put up a little tent on the slope of the snowland and watched their three companions go down then the ridge. Ridge is a end of the snow place. See, Hillary and Tenzing put up a little tent and watched their three companions go down there under the near the valley. Three companions go down the ridge backwards to the South Colonel. See, the tent, South Colonel, sunset both the place at the, as the sunset, during the sunset, both here mean Tenzing and Edmund Hillary. They have put warm cloth and they have carried sleeping bags they used. See, at the as the sunset, Hillary and Tenzing crawled into the tent, put on all their warm clothing. They have warm clothing and they have worn, wiggled into their sleeping bags. Sleeping bags is this is a dress who can wear during the climbing on the snowing place. Okay. Morning at 4 a.m. on May 29, they began to get ready for the climb. In the early morning, 4 a.m., they get ready to climb the Mount Everest. They have drank more lemon juices and ate biscuits. See, during this time, they have early morning, they drank more lemon juices and biscuits, sardines of biscuits. We started up our cooker and drank large quantities of lemon juice. Here cooker mean they have heat the lemon juice. During the chill climate, they cannot drink the chill, most of the chill juices. That's why they have heated the lemon juice. See, we started up our cooker and drank a large quantities of lemon juice and sugar. They have ate and drank and followed this with our last tin of sardines on biscuits. Sardines also one of the eating things. Okay, see, sardines on biscuits. I dragged our oxygen sets into the tent, cleaned the eyes of them, and then rechecked and tested them. They have found a set of oxygen sets and cleaned the eyes on the cylinder. They checked the cylinder and tested very well. See, both wet Primus stove. Primus stove, we can use this Primus stove during the travel time or climbing on the mountain or trekking. I had removed my boots, which had become wet the day before, and they were now frozen solid. Both are wet. Both the sets of shoes were wet. They have used Primus stove. 3 pairs of gloves. They have brought with them 3 type of gloves. I have removed my boots, which had become wet the day before, and they were now frozen solid. Their shoes, his feet also. So I cooked them over the fierce flame of the Primus and managed to soften them up. He heated his shoes under his foot. I cooked them over the fierce flame of the Primus and managed to soften them up, and he got ready. Over our down clothing, we turned our windproof. On all to our hands, we pulled 3 pairs of gloves. They have used 3 types of gloves. They have used 3 types of gloves, that is silk, woolen, and windproof. 3 gloves were worn by them because then only they can control the chillness and they can maintain their body temperature. See, at 6:30 a.m., during the early morning, 6:30 a.m., they are in the mountain. We crawled out of the tent into the snow, hoisted our 30 lb of oxygen. They have contained 30 lb of oxygen cylinders gear onto our backs. They have carried the cylinders, connected up our mask, connected with the mask they have carried, and turned on the valves to bring life-giving oxygen into our lungs. Then only they can breathe. They have carried a lot of oxygen cylinders with them, connected up our mask and turned on the valves to bring life-giving oxygen into our lungs. Then only they can survive. A few good deep breaths in the early morning, 6:30 a.m. They have breathed a turned on the walls to bring the life-giving oxygen into our lungs. A few good deep breaths. They have good deep breaths, and we were ready to go. There, when they deep breath, after the deep breath, they are ready to go. Still, a little worried about my cold feet. He had only feel about his feet because it was wet. I asked Tenzing to move off. Move off means here they wanted to start. Then Tenzing kicked steps into a long traverse. Tenzing kicked steps into a long traverse back towards the ridge. Ridge means end of the snowing point. Towards the ridge, and we reached its crest, where it forms a great snow pump at about 28,000 feet. I have told you the word traverse. Traverse mean here to cross a mountain slope horizontally or diagonally. The name given to such a crossing. Okay, see the contextual meaning of the word ridge, a long narrow hilltop. See crest, where it forms a great snow pump up about 28,000 feet. Okay, Tenzing kicked steps in a long traverse back towards the ridge. Back towards the long ridge, Tenzing was in the condition, and we reached its crest, where it forms a great snow pump at about 28,000 feet. The entire 28,000 feet, they are ready to face the sufferings and difficulties. From here, the ridge narrowed to a knife edge, and as my feet were now warm, after he walked a long time and steps, his feet was now warm. I took over the lead. This is already I have told you this is a narrative type of lesson told by Edmund Hillary. He has used in this lesson the direct speech. See, the soft snow made a route on top of the ridge, both difficult and dangerous, which sometimes held my weight but often gave way suddenly. Here, see, the dangerous oxygen bottle they have found, but Evans and Bodleian several liters. They have got two cylinders of oxygen. See, the soft snow the snow was very soft, root on top of the ridge. Then only they can both difficult and dangerous faced, which sometimes held my weight, but has carried a lot of weight, but often gave way suddenly. It gave suddenly the way. After several hundred feet, when they walked, we came to a tiny hollow. Tiny means very small hollow, empty, and found there the two oxygen bottles left on the earlier attempt to Evans and Bodleian. Evans and Bodleian, the two cylinders were found by them before some trekkers have given up the two cylinders. Their name is Evans and Bodleian. They have kept in the mountain. See, gave way suddenly. After the several hundred feet, we came to tiny hollow and found there the two oxygen bottles left on the earlier attempt by Evans and Bodleian. I scraped the ice of the gauges. Gauges mean an instrument to measure. He can measure by this measurement instrument. Gauges mean an instrument to measure the oxygen level of a cylinder. Yeah, I scraped the ice of the gauges and was relieved to find that they still contained several hundreds liters of oxygen. They have kept several hundreds of oxygen in the two cylinders. See, enough to get us down to the south colonel if used sparingly. They have kept the ice two cylinders as spare. When they reach the south colonel, if used sparingly, they have kept it sparingly for the spare. See, continued marking trial persisted our efforts, snow conditions. Chipped steps, oxygen apparatus, 20 lb freedom, ice axe slope. See, I continued making the trail on up the ridge, leading up for the last 400 feet to the southern summit. The snow on this face was dangerous. See, he explains through this line, I continued making the trail on up the ridge, the end of the snow, leading up for the last 400 feet. He has trekked the 400 feet from this point to the southern summit. The snow on this face was dangerous. To climb on the snow hill is very, very dangerous hereafter. But we persisted in our efforts to beat a trail up it. Here, persisted means, in the context meaning, continued in spite of difficulties. He has courage and he has faith in him, on him. That's why he is ready to face any challenges or danger. That's why he wanted to go in front of others. The snow on this face was dangerous, but we persisted to our efforts to beat a trail up it. So he went towards the hill. We made frequent changes of lead. Frequent changes were made by them because then only they can go, taking rest or warming up. And see, as I was stamping a trail in the deep snow, a section around me gave way. See, chipped steps, oxygen apparatus, 20 lb freedom as ice axe slope. Here, as I was stamping a trail in the deep snow, a section around me gave way and slipped back. This is very, very danger. That's why if he changing his steps, it's a very danger. That's why he may slip down. I slipped back through 3 or 4 of my steps. I discussed with the Densing the advisability of going on, and he, although admitting that he felt unhappy because that is the place under dangerous situation about the snow conditions. Snow conditions is very, very chill and he cannot found a correct way, and the snow condition is very, very dangerous. It look like a sponge, but it is very depth in feet. And finished with his familiar phrase, Densing told, just as you wish. His companion, Densing, is very, very good and gave very welcome to his achievement. That's why he always use just as you wish. He told often. See, I decided to go on, and we finally reached firmer snow higher up, and then chipped. Chipped means he is making ready steps up the last steep slopes and cramponed. Cramponed means here a sharp bottom shoe. The type of shoe is used to climb on or during the trekking in the snow hills on to the south peak. It was 9 a.m. When they were in the south peak, it was 9 a.m. He has used the cramponed shoes and he is making himself and chipped steps with the ice axe. See, more tensing by rope cutting cornices 8,000 feet, shuffled portions. This is also a hints. See, we cut a seat for ourselves just below the south summit and removed our oxygen apparatus. They changed the cylinder and the oxygen apparatus were made by them. They have changed the cylinders. As our first partly full bottle of oxygen was now exhausted. First full bottle of oxygen were exhausted. Then we had only one full bottle left. They have used and finished the first bottle of cylinder. As our first partly, see, more tensing by playing rope cutting, cornices 8,000 feet, shuffled portions jammed backwards, spikes, crampons frozen behind, levered myself ground. See, here he says through this hints, we cut a seat of 4 ourselves just below the summit, south summit, and removed our oxygen apparatus. The first bottle of cylinders, it is empty now. They have used entirely south summit and removed our oxygen apparatus. See, as our first partly full bottle of oxygen was now exhausted, we had only one full bottle now. They have left only one bottle, but they have more bottles. Our apparatus was now much lighter. After they completed the first bottle, their apparatus was much lighter. This is very least weight, weighing just over 20 lb only. And as I cut steps down off the south summit, towards the south summit, he cut the ice and make the steps to go on. I felt a sense of freedom and well-being. They have cut the ice and they have used crampons shoes. The ice was very frozen. That's why they have cut the snows. See the hints. Taking advantage, force of knee, I cramponed my progress, slow, steady, tensing, I inched, dragged myself to a wide ledge for a few moments, regaining my breath. See, here we can see as my ice axe bit into the first steep slope of the ridge, my high hopes were realized. The snow was crystalline and firm. As my eye axe bit into the first steep slope of the ridge. Ridge means, already I have told you, the meaning of a ridge is a long, narrow hilltop. See, as my ice axe bit into the first steep slope of the ridge, my high hopes were realized. The snow was crystalline. Crystalline means here very clear, and firm. Firm means strong. That's why he cut the snow to go forward and make steps. 2 or 3 blows. Blows mean layer of the ice axe produced a step large enough even for our oversized high altitude boots. And firm thrust of the ice axe would sink it halfway up the shaft. Shaft mean here vertical hole by or long rod, giving a solid and comfortable belay. They have used the ice axe to make steps towards the south summit. They have cut the ice. Then only they can climb on the south colonel. See, here he has told, see, I firmed the ledge, signaled to tensing, I heaved. The rope tensing wriggled finally, collapsed. When hauled from the sea, terrible struggled, the ridge continued. See, we moved one at a time. Both of them, we moved at one at the same time. I would cut a 40-foot line of steps. They have cut the 40-foot line of steps to climb on the south colonel. See, tensing, belaying. Belaying mean carried my rope. Belaying mean carried his rope. Tensing was carrying his rope while I worked. When he cut the ice, he make the rope to climb on. See, he has carried. Then in turn I would sing my shaft and put a few loops of the rope. Rope mean here they have used the rope for climbing on the Everest or something, some hills. Around it, he has bonded with his bosom. See, around it and tensing protected against a breaking step. Tensing protected against a breaking step to help him would move up to me. Then once again, as he belayed me, I would go on cutting. When he was started to cutting on, he has carried his rope and he has carried his rope and he is himself also. See, in a number of places, see, tensing wriggled finally collapsed when halted from the sea, terrible struggled. The ridge continued, cornices, the right ridge. See, in a number of places, the overhanging of ice cornices. Cornices means overhanging mass of snow. This is called cornices. In a number of places, the overhanging ice in the cornices were very large indeed, and in order to escape them, I cut lines of steps down to where the snow met the rocks on the west. West side also has cut the snow to climb on easily. It was a great thrill to look straight down enormous rocks face and to see 8,000 feet below us. The tiny tents of Camp 4 in the western CWM. CWM here it means we can see an enclosed armchair shaped hollow situated at the head of valley. That is called CWM. See, in a number of places the overhanging ice cornices were very large indeed, and in order to escape them, I cut a line of steps. He has cut a line of steps in the west side also to climb on the hill. See, down to where the snow met the rocks on the west. It was a great thrill. They have faced a great thrill to look straight down, because it is an enormous rock face to the sea, 8,000 feet below us. They have climbed on 8,000 feet. They are standing in 8,000 feet from the surface. The tiny tents of Camp 4, they can see, that is very tiny to see, in the western CWM. Scrambling, here scrambling means climb on rapidly by hand or leg. Scrambling on the rocks, when they were scrambling on the rocks and cutting handholds on the snow. They are cutting the snows, because then only they can carry on and continue. We were able to shuffle past in these difficult portions. They have faced during above 8,000 feet. They have faced a very, very tough and difficult portions to cut on the ice, because it is very, very thick. On its east side was another great cornice. Cornice means already told you, overhanging mass of snow, and running up the full 40 feet of the step was a narrow crack between the cornice and the rock. On the east side, they have faced and saw the side was another great cornice, great hanging of ice, and running up full 40 feet of the step was narrow. It was very, very narrow and steep, crack between the cornice and the rock. So very, very, it is not easy, very, very tough and difficult to climb on. Leave tensing to belay me, and best he could, I jammed my way into of the steps were narrow, crack down between the harness and the rock. Leaving tensing the belay me, and as the best he could, I jammed my way into this crack. Jammed mean he cannot climb. He wanted to take rest some. That's why he cannot climb on. I jammed my way into this crack. Then kicking backwards the snow, I sank the spikes of my crampons deep into the frozen snow behind me and delivered myself off the ground. See, then kicking backwards, he kicking backwards mean towards when he was climbing on the hills, he backwards lie. See, then only he can climb. I sank the spikes on my crampons deep into the frozen snow behind me. Then only he can face and levered myself off the ground. Levered mean here, then only he can continue to climb on the hill. See, taking advantage of every little rock hold and all the force of knee, shoulder, and arms of I could muster. Here he says the difficulties when he was climbing on the south and west side of the Mount Everest. Taking advantage of every little rock hold and all the force of knee, shoulder, and arms I could muster, I literally cramponed to backwards up and crack. He has used the cramponed shoes and ice hammer and ice axe also. It helped a lot, and tensing has carried his rope. I could muster and literally cramponed backwards up and crack, backwards up the crack, praying that the cornice would remain attached to the rock. My progress, although slow, was steady. His progress was slow and steady. See, as dancing paid out the rope, I inched my way upwards until every inch of his feet were carefully handled by him. I inched my way upwards until I could reach over the top of the rock and drag myself. He dragged himself when he was lying in the position of lying also. He is going and climbing on the Everest. Drag myself out of the crack onto a wide ledge. Ledge mean it's a type of rock. It was hanging. Signaled to Tenzing, I heaved the rope. Tenzing wriggled, finally collapsed when halted from the sea. Terrible struggle to the ridge continued. See, we can see for a few moments I lay regaining my breath, and for the first time really felt that fierce determination that nothing now could stop us reaching the top. He faced for a few moments I lay regaining my breath. For a few moments he cannot breathe, and for the first time finally and really felt the fierce determination. He has determination in his mind that nothing now could stop us reaching the top. Any obstacles and difficulties cannot stop his destination. That's why in his mind he is very determined. I took the firm stance on the ledge and signaled to Tenzing to come on up. He is a very good companion, and he has brought him very near. As I heaved hard on the rope. Tenzing wriggled. Wriggled mean to move with a twist. See, to lift. Tenzing wriggled his way up to the crack and finally collapsed at the top like a giant fish. When it has just been halted, mean move from the sea after a terrible struggle. See, we can see through this para. For a few moments later, I lay regaining my breath. He suffered a lot, but he has not left his courage and determination. For the first time, I really felt the fierce determination that nothing now could stop us. Any obstacles cannot stop us reaching the top. I took a firm stance on the ledge and signaled to Tenzing to come on up. Okay, he is very good companion already. We can see we can saw tending to come on up as I heaved hard on the slope, which is the snow is very very hard to rope and make and use the crampon. Tenzing wriggled his way up to the crack. He has used the crack with the ice axe, making crack, and finally collapsed at the top like a giant fish. Like a giant fish, he was very very collapsed in the situation when it has just been hauled mean from the sea after a terrible struggle. After a terrible struggle, he has used his trip, his tackles and difficulties very well. See, we can see he has used more tricks and his companions has used and helped him a lot. We can now see hereafter after the next half of the lesson in the next class. Okay.